His wife vanished without a trace. One suspect, one courtroom. But the system might just get it all wrong. Will you see the truth or fall for the illusion? In statistics and in court, we begin with a default assumption that nothing has changed, nothing happened. That's the null hypothesis, and that's him in blue to the right of the judge, standing quietly, claiming innocence. Hence, the null hypothesis, H0, is that the man in blue did not steal the other man's wife, but the accuser? That's the alternative hypothesis, fiery and convinced that something did happen. Hence, the alternative hypothesis, H1, is that the man in blue indeed stole the other man's wife.
He, with a deceptive, calm look, stole my wife.
The evidence is insufficient. We cannot reject the null hypothesis. The defense is free.
So the judge stays with the default. She doesn't reject the null hypothesis. The calm-looking man walks free. But that decision, was it a mistake? Could the judge be committing an error?
Draw me this.
Hold your ears and listen. Have a lot to say about statistics. Ooh, you know they've got errors. They've got a lot errors. Type 1 and 2 errors. Ooh, you know they've got errors. They got a lot errors. Type 1 and 2 errors. Ooh.
In statistics, we deal with two common errors, type 1 and type 2.
Type
1 error, also called false positive, is the error rejecting the null hypothesis when it's actually true.
Just like rejecting that an innocent person is innocent and going ahead to convict him,
In a type 1 error, you reject the null, even though it's actually true. That's like convicting an innocent person. We call it a false positive. Suppose the judge wrongly convicted the calm man, even with no real evidence. That would be a false positive. Positive here is like when someone tests positive for something they don't actually have, like hard drugs or pregnancy.
Type 2 error, also called false negative, is the error failing to reject the null hypothesis when it's actually false.
just like failing to convict a guilty person and going ahead to quit him.
In a type 2 error, you fail to reject the null, even though it's false. That's like setting a guilty person free. It's what we call a false negative. Suppose the calm-looking man did steal the other man's wife, but the judge wrongly lets him go. That would be a type 2 error. And in this story, what happened next is interesting. A hidden drone footage from days earlier reveals the truth. The calm-looking man did take her. The alternative hypothesis was right, all along. After the revelation, justice was finally served, and the alternative hypothesis, the fiery red figure, reunited with his wife. Later, the judge stands by her window, watching the red figure and his wife, finally reunited. With quiet reflection, realizing she had once made a type 2 error, she said,
Truth needs evidence. Error needs attention. Subscribe, and don't make a false move.